Hey everybody, welcome to Pilates. I'm excited for today's class. It's going to be on the mat the whole time. We're going to work mostly our abs today. So if you practiced with me last week, we really targeted the legs and the backside. And today we're going to focus a lot on the core and a lot on the back. So today's tools that you need, you're going to need a ball and some light weights. These are 3 pounds. You can have anywhere. I wouldn't go higher than 5. Light weights are great because they create that long muscle that we're looking for without adding a whole bunch of bulk. And then these balls are great. My best place to get these is on Amazon. They come in a 2-pack with a pump for like $10.99. So if you need the link to that, just let me know. I have them in my Amazon shop. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start on the mat and just have your tools nearby. And if you don't have weights and a ball, totally okay. You can absolutely do this practice without weights and without a ball. You can also grab a pillow just off your sofa and it'll work just as fine. So we're going to start by just twisting out the core a little bit, getting into the hips and the legs. So go ahead and place your body in this, what I like to call the mermaid twist. So I'm sitting primarily on my right cheek and my legs are bent to the left. So with that, I'm going to put my hand right on top of my left hip and plant my right hand into the mat. And I'm going to really push the hip forward. Get a nice release for the back and then tuck and pull in. So I'm really taking my pelvis, I'm pushing my tailbone back, and now I'm scooping my tailbone under. I'm going to really create that spaciousness and the scoop. You'll take 5 more. Scoop it under. Here's 4. Really start to feel the pelvis and the hips catching and engaging. 1 more. Perfect. And now sit really tall. We're going to spin around to the right. So we want to twist and get some blood flow going into the belly and into the spine. Beautiful. Come back to center. Then we're going to switch to the other side. So you'll just move the legs on over to the right, sit primarily on your left cheek. Right hand goes to the hip. This is just a guide. So you push and then you tuck and pull. You can see how my pelvis is rocking forward and then scooping under. Feels really nice. Let's just do 3 more. Perfect. And 2. And then the last one. We sit tall. Go ahead and turn to the left. So you can feel this big stretch through the psoas muscle. We're going to really target that today. And then you'll come back to center. So we're going to go ahead and stay seated just for a moment while we work our arms. So you can sit whatever way is comfortable. I prefer to actually sit on my knees than sit cross-legged. It just feels better in my body. But if this doesn't feel good on your knees, then sitting cross-legged is going to be a great choice. So you're going to grab both weights and sit really tall. So I like to do weights seated sometimes because when we're standing up, we have a bigger area to focus on standing balancing, even if we're standing flat-feeted. So sitting on the ground, we actually activate the core more than we do when we're standing when we do weights. So go ahead and take the weights, just rest them in your palms. I like to hook my thumb over the dumbbell just so that I don't let it roll off my hands. So I'm just holding it barely, but not squeezing it whatsoever. And then my elbows are going to lock into my ribs, and I'm going to pull my elbows and my hands in tight. They tap and then open. But my elbows never leave my side body. They never leave. And that's creating an action in the abdominal wall of squeezing, contracting, engaging, whatever word you like to call it. It's an amazing tiny little adjustment is to keep the elbows locked into the belly. We're gonna do 4 more of these. Just barely hold the weights. 3, 2, perfect. Last one, weights stay out. We're gonna go all the way up to the shoulder and then halfway down. So we're gonna do a lot of these reps. So if you find that the wrist wants to bend or the weight becomes too heavy, you absolutely do not need weights. You can do this all in your mind by resisting, engaging. Resist, even if you have weights, go slower as you pull down, Put your mind there that you're pushing against something. And so that creates that mind-body connection, but it also creates the resistance. You can also flex your muscles, resist. You can see how you can change it versus just fluttering. We're really being mindful here. Let's do 5 more. And 4. Spread your fingers wide. 3. Perfect. 2. Last one. Weights, rest. Here, elbows stay in. Now watch what's going to happen. I'm going to straighten a slight bit. Elbows come off, and I'm going to pull back in. So straighten and pull. Like you're serving something really nice to somebody next to you. Have some cake. No, don't. Have some cake. No, don't. So you can feel something happening in the body here. You have to sit tall, otherwise you lose everything in the abs. Nice. Let's do 5 more. And 4. And 3. 2. Last one. And lower. Take a little pause. Don't think for a second that because we're going to stay on the floor, this is going to be an easy practice. It is really, really awesome to do a complete floor routine and not have to worry about the challenge of balance. So I always change it up, and that's really important to do so that we don't get too accustomed to one particular thing and our body doesn't get accustomed to one particular thing. So now I'm going to come back to barely holding the weights. Elbows are going to come off the body. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have a tiny little poke. A tiny little poke. Super small. Maybe an inch. Poke. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, again. Poke, poke. 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift your heart. 4, 3, 2, 1 more set. Tiny little pokes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Lift your heart, take a breath, and lower everything. So you can see these tiny little movements. They're amazing for the body. So now my legs are kind of tired of sitting in this shape, so I'm going to switch the way that I'm sitting. And you can sit anyway. And it's nice to play with different ways to sit because you're going to have to force the core to not slouch. Our tendency is to slouch, but when we have weights in our hands and we're working hard, no slouching. You shouldn't slouch anyway. So make the W, okay? So I'm sitting tall. I'm going to bring the elbows in, elbows out. Inhale, exhale. In. Now, notice if your spine wants to collapse, you have to sit tall here. 5, open. 4, open. 3, open. 2, open. Last one, and lower. Can you feel the strength in your back to be doing weights in a seated position? Far different than standing. So we're going to come back to the W shape. Elbows are going to come somewhat in. So you can see they're just about in line with my chest or my ribs, but then I'm turned out slightly. So I'm going to find that little poke again. It's a little bigger poke, maybe 3 inches. Poke it up there. 10, 9, elbows are high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Do you feel it? It's magic. All right, we're going to leave our left arm alone for a while. You can even lower the weight. So the right arm is going to straighten out to the side, a micro bend there in the elbow, not locking out the joint. I'm going to pull all the way in and release all the way out. Pull and release. So here's where we could get sloppy and we could just flutter, or we could be intentional and be strong here. Open, close, open, close. We have 10 of these. Elbow is high. Don't let it fall down. That's not really getting into the bicep here. Elbow is high. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower. So we're going to continue on with the right arm and then we'll switch to the left. So I'm going to just be serving like a tray of something nice Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to scoop up and pull in, scoop up and pull in. Notice the palm is open and it's towards me. There it is. Feel that rotation. 5, 4, 3, 2, final one, last one, and lower. Feel it. Let's work the tricep. So you're going to have that scarecrow arm, I like to call it, and we're going to pop it up. Just pop it up. So I'm not going back, going up. Elbows going up. We're going to do 10, 9. You can do it with or without 8s. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Close it. Last set. Hope I can remember all these for the other side. We open and we close. We open and we close. 8, squeeze. 7, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And close. Let's do the other side. So I'm going to keep my legs the way that they are. It feels comfortable for me. I'm sitting tall. I'm not slouching. I don't want to be lazy. I want to be strong. So we're going to start with the left arm out. Soft micro bend in the elbow. We pull all the way in and we release. Elbow is high. Release. See that little ice cream cone shape of a bicep? That's what we're targeting. 10. Squeeze. 9. Squeeze. 8. Squeeze. Resist a little bit. Flex that muscle. Perfect. 6 more. 5, 4, 3. You have 2 more. 2. Last one. And lower. Beautiful. So we're serving something nice. Watch my palm. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. 10. Squeeze. 9. No swinging. I caught myself wanting to use momentum right there. Here's 7. Beautiful. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Final one. Last one. And lower. Nicely done. Let's do the tricep. Let's do a little scarecrow action. Elbow goes high. I gotta hold on to the weight a little bit so I don't drop it. Pop it up. Straight up. Straight up. Ooh, I want to slouch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Close it. We have one more. That little hinge. Here we go. Up and close. Up and close. Here's 10. Nice and slow. 9, 8. Lift your heart. Beautiful. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one and close. So you can feel there's some shakiness in the arms and it works effectively to be sitting on the mat. So final thing with the weights. I'm going to hold the weights in our hands. We're going to reach to me and pull in. Serve me something good and pull in. Reach and pull. 10. Squeeze. 9. Squeeze. 8. Squeeze. 7 more. Beautiful. 6. Do you feel your abs? 5. We're not going to be done here. 4. Stay with me. 3. 2. Final one. Reach out and stay. Now pop up tiny. I have 10, 9, 8. Lift your heart. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Go ahead and lose the weights. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together. Cross your arms like you're holding yourself, and then allow that weight to pull yourself forward. Just get a stretch for your back. Ooh, mine popped. So nice. So just holding on to the arms creates a little bit more tension. go ahead and come on up. So we're going to use the ball here. We're going to start out with the ball behind us. So I'm going to turn so you can see. So you're going to really squeeze the ball down low as you can. You can see that I'm almost, it's like wedged in there between my cheeks and the floor. So I have this tiny little bubblegum bubble. And that's where we're going to start. And so I want you to take and locate your belly button and go about 3 inches below the belly button, just above the pubic bone. And that's the pressure from the front that you're going to push into the ball and then release that pressure. So take that space, push, and it's perfectly fine to have your hand right there on that part of your belly to actually get it to engage, to push it against the ball. We're going to be here for a while. Now, here's what's really important. Sometimes when we're in this shape, our legs want to get lazy. No lazy legs. Legs are in perfect line. Mine are actually even coming inverted a little bit, slightly towards each other. I want to make sure that I don't do that because that would cause some hip pain over time. So push that space, release the space. Push, release, push, release. You got it? Perfect. You're going to do 10 more. Lift your arms. 9, push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I think I'm losing air. 3, 2, last one. Stay. Open your arms. So my arms are shaped like this, like I'm holding a giant Pilates ball or a giant beach ball. Push, release, push, release. 10, lift. 9, feel that upper abs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Push and stay. Turn to the right. Push again. Release. Push. Release. Push. Watch your legs. Make sure they're not opening. Nice. Take your right arm higher than your left. Take a little ballerina. Feel it right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I love working Pilates ball this direction because it takes the pressure out of the hip flexors, but we really get into the abs. You have 3 more, 2 more. Last one, come back to center. Turn to the left. Left arm goes higher. Push, release, push, release. 10, watch your legs. 9, 8, left arm goes higher. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more, 2 more, last, and rise. Take a round spine. So my ball is definitely losing air somewhere, but that's okay. It's still got plenty in there. So I'm going to wedge it in there again. My arms are going to stay centered for a while, and I'm going to push, and I'm going to really get that triangular bone known as your sacrum. So you have your spine, and then you have a triangular bone, and then your little tailbone. So that triangular piece is what's pushing against the ball. Tailbone is scooped under. See the difference? Tailbone is up, right, straight down. Now my tailbone is scooped under. So we're going to play with this. Right arm is going to go high like a ballerina, and we're going to push. Tiny little pushes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch arms, left. So if we're taking those 2 to 3 inches below the navel, and we're taking that space and pushing it into the ball, that's what we're looking for. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Come on up. So we're going to take the mermaid twist to the right. So you're going to get a nice little twisty here. Come back to center. Switch sides. We're going to make sure that we're getting plenty of twists before and after and throughout the practice. Beautiful. So now we're going to swing the legs back around, put the ball between our calf muscles. I'm going to go ahead and turn so I'm on my mat. And so the ball is going to be not at the knee, not at the ankle, but it's going to be in the calf. Here's where we're going to start to immediately feel hip flexors. Our work is to tell our hip flexors to zip it and to really come into our abs. So it's taking an awareness that you're feeling it here because these are bossy muscles and saying to your abs, work, 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 fire it up. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms in front and then we're going to take the pelvis, tuck it under just like we were. Turn your legs to the right, squeeze the ball, squeeze hard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Legs to the left, arms to the right. Squeeze hard for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center. Squeeze 10, 9, 8, 7. Scoop out your belly. Scoop it out. Shoulders forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise up. Feel it? It's awesome. Let's do everything again 2 times. So we're going to do a total of 2. So we're going to do it one more time. Scoop and roll. Legs to the right, arms to the left. Squeeze hard for 10, 9. Shoulders are really rounded. So get in there. Feel it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. Legs left, arms right. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, center. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise on up. So good. Drop your knees over to the left, or to the right, I'm sorry, towards me, whichever way. We're going to keep the ball between the legs, and you're going to rest on your arm. And then we're going to take the ball, keep it between the calves, whoop, and straighten. So we got to have stability here. It's hard. In fact, we're going to try it all the way down. It's a little bit easier. It's hard to keep ourselves stable just on the forearm. So we have more surface connected to the earth, which helps. And we're going to have our hand like a tripod, and that helps with stability. Legs are going to lift. Squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, again. Legs go up. Squeeze the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Go ahead and roll to your back. Keep the ball where it's at. So the ball's going to remain by the calves, in between the calves, not the knees, not the ankles. We're going to take the legs, bring them 90 degrees. And here's where we get into trouble. You can see my fingers have creeped through. I want to make sure that that space back there is hunkered into the mat. It is glued to the mat. It is not coming off the mat the entire time. And this is where you have to pay close attention to your body, because my body may be different than yours. And so I may be able to do more or less than you. You have to stay glued down. So elbows can stay down, hands can stay wherever. If you need the support for stability, dig your elbows in. If you want a little bit more, arms go high, but start to squeeze the ball here. Squeeze hard. Remember, the low back is connected to the floor the entire time. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Grab the ball, feet come together, we get a stretch. So we're just getting an inner thigh stretch. We're going to put the ball back where it was, and the legs are going to go straight-ish. Ish is key. And I'm going to look up at my pretty toes, happen to be blue, and I'm going to drop to the left slightly. Draw a slow circle back to start. We're going to stay going to the left. We have 10, slow, 9. It's not a big circle, about the size of a Pilates ball, 8. And it's as slow as your legs can work. I want you to feel the abs release and contract. Nice and slow, smooth circles. There's 7. 6. 5. Do you feel it? Ab work. That's not crunches. Go figure. Keep squeezing the ball. Keeps with alignment. 2. So nice. Last one. And then pause. The good news is we have to go to the right 10 times. Otherwise, we would be walking in circles. Arms go high unless you need the support. Legs are straight-ish. Drop to the right. Circle. Got it? Let's do 10. Slow. Slower than you want to. Slower than you want to. Don't rush this. It's so good. 7. Slower. 6. Maybe go bigger, but stay slow. No momentum. 5. Scoop. Here's 4. Scoop. Here's 3. Here's 2. Last one. And bend your knees. Grab the ball. Get a nice little zigzag twist either side. Maybe the soles of the feet come together, something like that. So now we're going to let the left leg go long onto the mat, and the left arm is going to stay long on the mat. Right knee will bend. Hold the ball with your right hand. You're going to take a breath in and curl up and take the ball outside the right leg. Okay? And then release. Breath in. Exhale up. Inhale, release. Exhale up. Inhale, release. Exhale up. Beautiful, just like a lever. Up we go and lower. 5, use your breath. 4, breathe out at the top. 3, 2, this last one, stay up. Lift your left arm. And you're going to take the ball and you're going to reach it towards your toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, release. Feel your obliques. Let's do the other side. Right leg goes long, right arm goes long. Left knee bends. Left arm goes high. Take a long breath in. Exhale up. Release. Release. 8. Release. 7. Tuck your chin. 6. 5. 4. If you need to support your head, you can. 3. 2. Last one. Stay. Right arm goes high unless you're supporting your head. Left arm, reach to the toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Feel your abs. Pretty magical, yeah? So we're going to rest the head. No more head stuff. That can be hard on neck. So we do 1 set typically in my class, and then we don't do that again, at least for a week. So that you can repeat this video, you can omit that neck stuff if you have chronic neck pain, but it also builds strength in the muscles as long as we don't overdo it. So we're going to hold on to the ball. The legs are going to go up. We're going to turn our heels in, toes out. So my feet are shaped like this, heels together, toes out. And I'm going to hold the ball above my head. So my arms are right over my shoulders, long, straight body. I'm going to bend my knees slightly, press hard, bend, press. Notice I'm not fully bending like a frog. I'm just stopping halfway like a plie. Press. 10, press. 9, press. 8, press. Here's 7. Here's 6. Here's 5. Do you feel it? 4. Beautiful. 3, 2. Keep your heels glued together. We got 10 more for fun. 9. Barely bend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and lower. We're going to do frogs now. So we're going to change it just slightly. Here's again where that back needs to be glued to the mat. So legs come up. Instead of being straight, they're bent. Heels come together. Legs open like frog legs. We squeeze out and in, out and in. 10. Beautiful. Don't come all the way in. Stop. 8. Stop. 7. Perfect. 6. Feel it. 5. Nice. 4. 3. 2. Good news. We're doing 10 more. Here we go. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, and lower. Go ahead and bring the feet together. Let the knees open. So abs, inner thighs. Abs, inner thighs. Lots of work. All right. We're going to roll up slightly. Put the ball between our shoulder blades. And tuck our chin. So we shouldn't have neck pain here. It should feel fine. Your chin is deep against your chest. Feet are going to be on the ground, and we're going to find that pushing action. Push, push, push. You can feel the belly start to fire. So you're taking your sternum and you're pushing against the ball. Push, push. Arms go wide. Push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, arms up, push again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, arms open, lay over the ball. So we counter. We get a beautiful stretch for our chest. We push our shoulder blades through the chest wall. It just feels so nice. You can roll a little bit on the ball. Perfect. I had a request this week. Tuck your chin to come up. I had a request. And it's perfect because I knew that I wanted to do an ab class, a class geared towards abs and change it up a little bit, which is why we did weights seated. So we're going to finish today's practice with planks. And I don't want you to turn off. I don't want you to say, I don't like planks. I'm not doing it. I want you to give it a go. And we're going to play a little bit with the planks. So there's options. We can always stay on our knees. We can stay on our hands. We can be on our forearms. We can be on our toes. You can have any variation of that. But I want you to find a plank that works for you. And then we're going to target the breath specifically while we're in the plank. So I'm going to go ahead and show the most modified version, which is going to be knees and forearms. If your forearms don't like it, if you feel pressure in your shoulders, then come to the palms. But it's entirely up to you what feels good to you. So to get into a knee plank, you're going to start on all fours, such as this. And then you want to be above the kneecap where the quadricep attaches to the kneecap. So you kind of go forward. See that? And now I'm going to go onto my forearms. So I'm not sinking here. I'm not lifting with my booty up. I'm in a plank. I look like a bridge, like a plank you could walk across. So I like to do this. You can even cross your pretty ankles if you would like. And I want you to find a plank and we're gonna hold it and we're gonna breathe. So while we're in the plank, eyes are down, maybe even closed. And I want you to think about the rib cage on your next inhale, opening as wide as it can laterally to the side. So breathe in. And when you exhale, pull everything to the center line as you let go of the air, like you're tightening up a corset. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And release. For me, I just walk my elbows back and I take a quick child's pose. Now we're going to play with plank. So I want you to find plank again. You're going to find the plank that you like. I'm going to count using a timer. I'm going to measure. I'm not going to tell you how long we're going to be here, but I want you to challenge yourself. And one of the ways that we can come into what's happening right now and not be thinking, when is this going to be over, is to follow the breath. So go ahead and find your plank. You can be on your knees or your toes. You can be in a plank like this. It looks like a push-up. It's a nice place to be to start. And if you need to drop your knees, you can drop your knees. Here we go. Take a breath in and breathe out. You can do this. Breathe in. I'm watching the clock. Breathe out. Beautiful. Breathe in. Close your eyes. Breathe out. You're so strong. You can totally do this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Perfect. Breathe in. Breathe out and lower your knees. Nicely done. 30 seconds. Not a big deal. Yeah? Let's go to side plank. So you're going to sit on your heels like me for a moment. Here's options. Side plank can be with the bottom leg down, such as this, or you can come to being on your feet. Arms are stacked. So you're going to find side plank. You can also be on a forearm. I find that it's a little bit too much pressure in my shoulder. And you're going to breathe in and breathe out. Hips go high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. That bottom knee can always come down. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And gently lower. Let's do the other side. Swing the legs around. Find the position that works for you. Perhaps you stay with the bottom leg. Nothing wrong with that. Hips are high. There's nothing wrong with that. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Focus on your breath here. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. You have 2 more breaths. You can do it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in and lower everything. Awesome. Let's go back to plank. You can just flip right on over. Forearms, hands, knees, or toes. You pick. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Almost there, friends. Almost there. Breathe in. Take your eyes slightly forward. That helps the neck. Breathe in. You can do this. You can do it. Close your eyes. Focus only on your breath. I'm keeping track of the time. You're doing great. Breathe in and breathe out. 3 more breaths. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Slow down the breath. I know it's hard. Slow it down. 1 more breath. Take an inhale. And now lower the body, lower the knees. Take a child's pose. Hips go back to the heels. So go ahead and open your knees wide. And I like this because it creates some space in my back and I let my belly sink through. So just take your forehead to the mat and take a few moments here. Just take a few moments to breathe. And then go ahead and slowly come up and have a seat. You can sit cross-legged. We're going to take the right arm up and over and really get a long side body stretch. Feel free to stretch extra. I don't tend to do too much stretching week by week because I know that you can stretch on your own. You can watch one of my chair yoga classes or a yoga class and get extra stretching. We'll take that one more time each side. As we move along, we'll be changing the practice a little bit as we go along in the coming weeks. Feel free to always go back and access the library that's available on my website. You can go back and do a traditional barre class. Go ahead and spin over to the right, get a twist. You can take a floor barre class. You can take a Pilates in a chair class. There's so many options. I believe there are now 20 video series on my website, plus a couple extra bonus ones, switch sides. So you can always go back throughout the library collection. You could go all the way back to April and see what we were doing and playing with there. There's sometimes we use weights, come back to center, fold forward. Sometimes we don't use anything, no ball, no weights. We just use our body. So be sure to check out the videos, take extra time to stretch. Be sure to drink lots of water. It's wonderful to have you in my space. I look forward to continuing on sharing Pilates and other fun things with you. So thanks so much for joining in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you soon.